Hey, what's good? You're in the right place at the right time. This is the Culture Capital, reactions that spark conversation. My name is Courtney Hamilton. I'm a music producer, singer-songwriter, audio engineer, and CEO of Full Court Music. Today, I'm also joined by my co-host, the infamous Chris Lord.
Yo, what's up, son? What's good?
Yes, Chris is a recording artist, and he is one half of the group Steve and Chris. To my right, the illustrious, the lovely Lindsay Castillo, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Castillo.
Lindsay is an actress. She's the star of the Mahalika Warrior Spirit. You got to check that out, dropping soon. Lindsay's also the CEO of Lindsay Loves You Productions, and they put out some wonderful content. Lindsay's doing big things. Love you. Thank you for being here, Lindsay. To my left, all the way from Chicago, Chicago's very own, all-around truth seeker.
The Windy City.
Yes, real-life Barbie doll, as you can see. All right? Jennifer Figura. How you doing, Jennifer?
Good. How are you guys?
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Jen is also a co-founder of the Traffic and Sex organization. You can check out our work online. We'll have links in the description. All right. Do us a favor and smash the like and subscribe buttons to become a part of Culture Nation. And without further ado, let's question everything and go beyond the hype. Anybody here a DMX fan?
Yes.
Yes? You like DMX?
What's
yeah.
up, the what?
Yeah.
And what, like how he got killed too.
Really?
How do you feel?
Like Kanye says, a lot of people in Hollywood turn up missing. You know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's just odd how he just.
DMX,
I don't know the actual reason how he
OD'd.
died. What was it? It was like drug overdose.
Yeah, he OD'd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
OD'd,
yeah. It's
yeah.
always they OD'd or they had a heart attack.
Yeah,
you know?
he's long had trouble with that. Well, he from the jump, he had his stance on the industry, and he was always a rebel. So he had his take on, just the fakeness and control of the industry. That was his constant thing. So, let's see what he has to say about that.
The game is bullshit, man. The game is fucking bullshit. If you want to rap or sing or whatever, don't become a part of the game. You know what? Listen to a song I called The Industry. And that pretty much explains, what it was about. The industry. Man, it's not the same. The industry, it's not a fucking game. The industry really is just dying to get in. The industry, just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going to dress like this and talk with the gap. The industry. Got y'all word meaning nothing. The industry, what you heard, because he's bluffing. The industry, money, just hate. But I dare you to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry, like, wait. But in the streets, we like, get him.
Get him.
Yo,
Yeah.
DMX is that real one, man. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
I remember back in the day when music was pure.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's, you go to a studio, 2-inch reel,
Yes.
8 Ampex.
Yes. What you know about that?
Come on, man.
What you know about that?
Ampex reel to reel.
Yes.
You make the beat. You wasn't trying to more say get a deal. You just wanted just music to get heard.
Yes.
But when you did get a deal, it was beautiful.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful thing. I remember back in the 90s, all of the influx of artists that was coming out from TLC to... So that's
Beautiful
when
time.
I think the music back then everything was beautiful. But they say that for every different generation. The music then was good, like they say the 60s.
Yeah.
But if you ask my personal opinion, I think the 90s, 2000s, was when music was
golden
era of music, because people wanted a deal, of course, but they were opening up their own labels. You know
This is true too.
They opened up their own labels, so they cut the record companies out of the loop, and then
Interesting take.
own their own stuff. So
Interesting take.
he's definitely right when it comes to the industry is a monster. And now there's these new rappers, which I got nothing against y'all.
Yeah.
Nothing. y'all getting money.
We don't want no smoke.
Y'all getting no smoke here. Y'all getting money, but that's what I guess that's what you're supposed to be getting, but you don't have messages with it. You know what I'm saying? We used to dance to the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We
They still do.
to-
They dance a little weirder now.
They dance a little bit weirder. It's a little bit
but
more.
they're still dancing.
But
I don't know
I can't knock it. I can't knock it because that's what it is. But it's so ever changing that if you don't adapt, then you can get swallowed up in that. So I don't know what y'all think.
So I've got my viewpoint. I'm listening to this video and I hear him saying the industry. I didn't hear him say the music. So I'll say that artists, in their core, most artists are pretty pure in the way that they want to create their art and be artistic and just speak their messages. But the industry is a beast in itself. That's very different. And my manager, if you guys saw me Monday through Friday, actually, if you saw me any day other than today, I'm in the most baggiest. You'd probably think I'm a homeless person because I love to be so comfortable. I don't like to wear makeup or whatever. But that is not a part of branding. And we can say, oh my gosh, the music was so pure back then. No, when we watch the story, like there was a movie of Elvis and he became addicted to drugs. The industry itself is pushing him to dress a certain way. They didn't even want him to move the way that he did. The Temptations fell into drugs too. It's very common because a lot of the time they may look at you and say, this is what physically will look better on you. Your voice, when you speak like that, this is what sells. But you don't see it that way because you see the essence of who you are, which may never translate completely to the audience. Branding is not the same as the essence of who you are as an artist.
Correct.
So the industry is going to want to move and mold because they know what sells.
Well, I said the music industry is mostly made up of certain components. Let me see what I'm looking right here. The music creation of it, the publishing, the artist management, the record labels, streaming platforms, venues and performance platforms. All of these different things make up into it. But what I was getting at is that back in the day, we didn't have to do all of that. We had grassroots promotion. Our feet was on the ground. We did our music. We went to place. It was pure. You know what I'm saying?
Mom and pop shop selling out the trunk.
Give me an artist that was big back in the day.
Who comes to your mind based on what you're saying?
But what I'm just saying, who's pure?
Because you said TLC, and TLC said that they went bankrupt.
Ooh, boy, that's a whole nother story.
They went bankrupt, but they went bankrupt because they didn't have their money management. They had a wholly different. They didn't have their money management team.
No.
They had a horrible
literally
deal.
robbed them.
They had a horrible deal.
It was a horrible deal.
Horrible.
It wasn't like they were mismanaging money. They were like, oh, those clothes, the makeup, you have to pay for this, and they took everything out of their own pocket.
Ignorance
and left
and
with nothing.
I agree with you. Ignorance and a horrible deal, bad combination.
Yeah, which is very common in the music.
Very
ignorance
common.
and innocence. I guess I'm looking back Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That
saying
era.
Tribe Called
Backpack.
Quest. I'm going Tribe Called Quest. They came out.
Leaders of the New School, etc.
No. I'd say Tribe Called Quest because they were mainstream.
Oh,
they were hardcore hip hop, but they were mainstream.
The big mainstream.
So what happened?
LLs and Heavy D's, etc.
They facilitated their deals. They kept their deals.
Okay.
They're still spending money from those deals, from that, from the marketing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So it's not, the music industry is a beast, but it's a beast that you can tame if you know what you're doing.
You can control
That's the main part. The knowledge.
To your
the knowledge, knowing how. We're about to go into that, but it's knowledge, and the application of said knowledge is power.
Yes.
And a lot of artists have been taken advantage of, unfortunately, I believe, in the past, because of that lack of knowledge, the lack of awareness. You just don't know.
You're so excited to get the deal.
Oh my God, I got a deal.
That's what happened with TLC and them.
Yes.
They were so happy because
Thousands of artists.
They were doing it together, and they were dragging each other through the mud to get there. So when the deal came, it's like, fuck, forget everything.
Yeah, we made it.
Right.
We made it. With TLC, and they
totally oblivious to the crocodile in the water.
To the back pages.
To the back pages.
The back pages. Yes. you didn't see the back pages. What was going on?
What you know about back pages?
What happened? So that's what I'm getting at with that. The music industry. So a lot of them. That's why they opened up their own production labels. They get all. You have all rights.
Yes.
You don't have. You could deal with them for distribution if you want.
Yes.
But you don't have to deal with them at all if you don't want.
Right. There is a movement right now for independent artists. It is on the rise. I'm going to say it here now. I'm telling you. The industry is switching over. The majors are focusing more on AI because now they can control the artist lock, stock, and barrel.
Wow.
They can create the artist.
Right.
That's going to be a whole new field. I said it first. I'm one of the people saying it first.
You've
Remember
heard it
this.
first.
Remember this. The majors are moving into AI because they can control the artist without having to deal with a physical human body.
That's wild.
Okay?
Yeah.
The independence, these life and blood, flesh and blood artists are moving into independence because they understand the game now because of the things we just spoke about.
Yes, yes.
And this is what's happening right now, right under your feet. People like Ryan Leslie, Russ, Chance the Rapper, etc.
Especially Russ.
Yes. Russ is the first
Russ
one
is a beast
of
with
recent day to really kill it. And he's doing a great thing. But nonetheless, yeah. Jen, you want to say anything?
Do you guys think artists are gonna like at some point not exist because why not just use AI? Unless you're
I'm
one
so
of those,
glad you asked that.
you're one of
Wow,
those
that's a
artists that's
question.
very
Glad you went
creative
there,
and
yeah.
you write your own stuff. You
It'd
know,
be the death-
Amy
you know what?
Winehouse type people.
It would be the death of music.
Yeah,
If you
but
ask me-
actors too. Why not just
If-
use
I
AI?
think it would be the death of music.
That's already happening.
Yeah,
That's
cheaper,
already
yeah.
happening.
But I mean,
That's
at
already
some
happening.
There's a
point,
lot of actors making money on just signing their voice, their image
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
But with that music portion, what you just said about the AI, that would be the death of music. In my thing, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? From building it from the ground up, there's nothing like it. It's been happening for the last 100 years.
Right.
People write their songs, they practice it, they master it, they perform it. But with this AI, you just spit it inside there, and then it's
That's what
Listen,
the
man.
whole strike was
AI is not stopping right now unless we have, which there are talks of legislation and control
I hope
factors
they
for AI.
pass negative.
Yeah.
If it's left unchecked, that is a very real possibility.
Yeah.
And hate to say it, it's unfortunate because at one time we used to use horse and buggy. And if you saw a horse and buggy going down the street today, you'd be like, what is wrong with them? Unless, of course, you were in Quaker country or, no, seriously, that's what they do. They still live that way.
Yeah.
But there are more efficient ways, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the whole human touch goes away. I'm a proponent for the human touch.
I am
Totally.
too.
Me too.
I think you can't replace that.
Yeah.
There's just something about that essence of a human, the nuances of us
Yes.
that can't be replaced. So that's going to come down to a societal thing and people who really value the art.
Right. And I'm going to say one last thing. I know we've got to wrap this up. What we love about music is it just really is not just the message, but it's the core of the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's the way they say it. It's their experiences, especially if they were the underdog and they made it. It's the testimony.
Everybody
it's
loves
their
that.
soul, the way they bear their soul.
Yes.
And you say,
Yeah.
I could see this person's soul.
Every lyric crafted to specifications.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
match how you feel.
Yes.
And then how you feel is how you want the world to feel.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
You
That's
can't
what
take.
that
You
is.
cannot put that in AI. I don't care how many times they're going to try to push this on us. They may want to get the actor to move a certain way in because it's the emotion they want to portray. But when we look at our favorite actor, let me just say Denzel.
Yeah.
Let's put Denzel in there. It's the way he does it. We could see the rage. We can see the pain, the desire that he's fighting for, and it's in that human. It's what makes the
visceral.
story good. The visceral
Yeah.
reaction.
Like
You just
tangible,
can't get an AI to replace that.
Yeah. It's going to take a while before they can train that in.
I hope that doesn't
Yeah.
happen in the lifetime that I don't
I
want to be
do
around.
too.
Me
I don't want
too.
to be
I do
around
too.
for that.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's been said within 3 generations, all the people that we know will be gone.
Yeah.
We will be completely replaced. So it's becoming upon us. It behooves us to create legacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like Ford and Sam Walton or Walmart, et cetera. Because I can go on and on and on and on to create legacy that stays in place, that lives beyond us. Because that's the only way we're going to solve what we're all talking about.
Yeah.
So, moving on. Russ, we just spoke about him. Russ, I love that dude. He's a champion for what we're speaking about. Independence and creative control. And also just staying true to who you are and preserving your legacy. he is not in the category of the ignorant artist because he paid attention. And he not only gained that knowledge, he applied that knowledge.
And he's rich. Very rich. Very.
So let's see what he has to say about the industry.
I learned that the whole industry is ran by just like, it's a couple people. If you know that guy at Spotify, that guy at Apple, you know, this person at Rhythm Radio and this person at Urban Radio, between 4 people, you can run the whole shit.
Which is why at a certain point you decided you didn't need.
Because I knew the 4 people and had the money.
What are the steps that one takes if they decide they're going to run it all themselves?
I could tell you the exact steps. Like on my own label, because the production is already in-house. Like the videos and the music is handled on my end. That's easy. You go get the Rhythm Radio guy. You go get the Urban Radio guy. You go hire the PR agency. And that's it. And like the labels use them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The labels outsource and use the people that I have.
Yo, from back in the days when he made that song, when I first heard him, that falling in love now, lose control. And I investigated him. I did some homework when it came to this dude right here because he was coming out with songs.
Yeah.
He was just he was in the streets.
Yes.
Deep.
Yes. From the ground
up. So I didn't realize that what he's doing. And he just gave you the blueprint right there. Those 4 guys.
That's it.
I don't know. Give me your take on what you think of him. Because you're a producer.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh.
Because he produces his own stuff.
Yes. He works with other people, but yes. He primarily, he's very involved in the creative process. Listen, man, I can't say enough about Russ. I love the way this guy moves. Just for context, for those of you who may not know, when he first came out, his first strategy was to release a song, I believe it was a day or a week. I think it was either a week or a day. But nonetheless, for 365 days, for a whole year, he released music. I believe it was every day.
I think it was every day or every other day.
Every other day.
Every other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
At max, it was a week.
Wow.
3-4
A song
songs.
a week, right. Multiple. And he did this for an entire year. And he did this on SoundCloud. Shout out to SoundCloud, too, because they help a lot of people come up. And that established his fan base off bat. He was that dedicated to the art. A lot of people aren't willing to take that step, but he was thinking ahead because he knew now if he had that captive audience, he garnered that attention. Now he can move how he wants to move. And because he moved that way and he gathered a cult following, if you would.
Yeah.
Having that, everything he did after that, and not to mention the royalties he got, because the system was a little bit different back then too, royalty-wise with the streaming and etc.
But he's getting his own bread now.
He was getting his own bread.
Money.
No label help, no nothing. And he took that income, he reinvested it into himself and multiplied and stepped up. So much so that by the time he did go to a label, he had so much leverage and so much independent income on his own and so many assets because his catalog was crazy. Mind you, remember I said for a whole year, he was releasing multiple pieces of music week after week after week after week, non-stop.
I mean, I remember, man.
You remember that? That was
saturated
crazy.
The block.
Oh, my God.
That song that he got, I Do It Myself.
Yes.
That song right there.
I love that song. Yeah.
Like,
so anyway, if you're not a Russ fan, do your research. Check him out.
Check him out.
You might like him. He's got something for everybody.
His voice is butter. Videos is definitely psycho. You could just look at the one with the pink.
Yeah.
He got that boy right there.
He's got a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't know who he is.
Oh, you gotta check him out. You gotta check him out.
I want to
baby
check
girl.
him out now. That's crazy.
Y'all check him out. Listen, you're like, he has something for everybody.
Yes.
And he's definitely homemade. You know what
He
I'm saying?
seems like very authentic.
Yeah, he's definitely
he is.
homemade.
He
He
is.
definitely knows what he wants, what he did, and I learned something about I just was wondering when it came out. I was like, damn, this man got a song coming out every damn day. I mean, every day.
There you go.
When I was around the age when it was coming out, I just was like, another one's coming out.
Killing the game. Killing the
But
game.
it's good too. Like
Yeah.
a Kendrick Lamar. Like everything he releases is just
Good
solid.
stuff.
He had it right. He had the blueprint.
You all just made me realize something. You know what he was doing in doing that? He was he was actually taking tangible action but he was learning too as he was doing that. And so, but he just did it in front of everyone. And he turned that into content. And so it might not have been his best every single time or something that was a hit every single time, but he did his best and he got better over that process and gained a fan base at the same time and stacked upped his catalog like ridiculous. So when he did go to the majors, they had to deal with him on his terms,
right?
As opposed to how many other artists go, young artists go. They have no leverage. They might have a few followers on IG or TikTok or whatever, but they don't have a catalog.
He came ready-made.
He came ready.
His brand is already established. Clearly, they don't need to do anything because the fans love him as he is.
Like what you said.
When you come without the followers, without the numbers, without your catalog, they're gonna make you because they want to get you there. They're gonna do whatever algorithm they think is going to work. Okay, but he did it right.
He did it right.
He did the work himself.
He did it right. Yeah, you want to control your destiny?
What they want, what they want, what they want.
Hey, that's what you got to do.
That's it for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. If you haven't already, smash the like and subscribe buttons to become a part of the Culture Nation. But until then, question everything and go beyond the hype.
This episode is sponsored by FastCreditRestoration.com, #1 in the nation for personal finance restoration. Look, whether you're trying to keep your credit in check or make big moves, Fast Credit Restoration has you covered with easy and reliable services. With over 20 years of experience in the field, they're the best. Don't let bad credit hold you back from living your best life. Check them out at FastCreditRestoration.com or call 1-855-327-5847 and let them help you unlock your full financial potential now.